Alright, so welcome to me trying to get y'all ready for a quiz. Now, on the quiz, I am going to have like number problems, well, it's all word problems, but I'm going to have number problems, perimeter problems, money problems, mixture problems, motion problems, and 3 equations, 3 unknowns. You can see here, I've taken pictures of all like the answer keys for the last 2 worksheets. The one that you were supposed to get with the sub yesterday but didn't. That's titled More Word Problem Practice. And this one, which is all 3 equations, 3 unknowns. And so you can kind of see these. I would go back and see if you can do any of these things. Pause me when you need to. But I'm showing you all the answers for all those pages. Okay, so now let's discuss what those are. Okay, so let me kind of go in order that I'll present these in the quiz. Now, these first 2 problems right here, they're number problems. And when they see sum of 2 numbers, that means you should always write x plus y, x, and then difference x minus y. The question is, do I give you one that's pretty straightforward that says sum of 2 numbers is equal to something directly? And difference is equal to something directly, like number 1, or do I give you something more like number 2 that says the sum of 2 numbers is 13 more than twice the first number, and their difference is 14 less than the second? Now, notice here, like on this one, sum of 2 numbers, notice I said x plus y, is equals 13 more than, that means plus 13, twice times the first number x. Their difference is 14 less than the second number, and that's where I get the y minus 14. Remember, less than means minus, whatever's in front of the words less than goes after the minus. That would be the key there. And whether or not I would give you a positive, negative number, I seriously doubt that, but that's kind of weird. Anyways, but the main idea there is that you got an x plus y and an x minus y, and then just kind of read. Perimeter problems, always remember perimeter problems, when you see the word perimeter, you're writing 2L plus 2W, or 2x plus 2y, whatever. Length is, okay, L equals 2.5, that would be 2.5 W. I actually lean to this one being more like this one, number 4, where it says the perimeter 2L plus 2W equals 122. And again, I would take note, even though I didn't do that here, and I should have, but I was kind of rushing through trying to get these answers as quickly as I could for y'all. Make sure you take note of like x here is the first number, y is the second, or like here, perimeter L is length, y is, or W is width, and kind of go from there. Now, I kind of lean towards like number 4, where it says the length, L, is equals 11 less than, that means minus 11, 5 times the width, so 5W. And then you, of course, would have to move that over and say L minus 5W, because you're moving this 5W over, equals negative 11. And then you've got that with this equation, and you can type it in and get the answer. So kind of keep in mind, perimeter problems, we always have 2L plus 2W. Okay, problems like 5 and 6, which hopefully fit in there, but didn't. Okay, 5 and 6 are money problems. They're straightforward. 3 pairs of jeans, we're saying the jeans will be the X, plus 6 shirts, 6Y, equals the 104.25. The 4 pairs of jeans, so 4x plus 5y equals 112.15. Then you just got to type it in and enter, and you can get it from there. Number 6 is the same thing. 4 tables, 15 chairs, so 4x plus 15y equals 904, so on and so forth. Motion problem. Okay, so this one right here, these 2 right here are motion problems, which were actually page 5 on the worksheets that you did last week. Remember, motion problems always start off x plus y, x minus y. Okay, how far you go upstream, remember, time in front, distance in the back. Okay, keep that in mind. So time goes here in the front, Distance goes here in the back. Now, if the times are different, I would give you this tip. The shorter time usually goes to the one with the plus. The longer time usually goes to the one in the minus. And if the distances are the same, then, well, that makes that easy. 48 and 48, that's how I got that. Keep in mind, you would have to distribute, so you would say 4x plus 4y equals the 48. 6x minus 6y equals the 48. Notice the same thing for this one. Plane traveled and kind of went so fast so far. Notice again, the smaller number was in front, on top, and the larger number was on top. Okay, so then we get to mixture problems. Mixture problems, again, remember, start off like saying, and let me go a couple of things over. Mixture problems always usually start off saying x plus y equals sum total. And then you're going to have x plus y equals something times the total. Okay, so you're going to put numbers in front here. Usually this number right here is going to be in between these two. So kind of keep that in mind. So like on this one, you can see 125 candy worth $1.25. So the $1.25 candy is x. The $1.50 candy is y. So kind of keep that in mind. I didn't write that off to the side. So I have x plus y equals the total amount I made, 45 pounds. $1.25 plus $1.50, so 125x plus 150y equals 135 times 45. Notice how the 135 is in between those other two. Okay, it always works out that way. Keep in mind the same thing for this one with the percents. Notice I just dropped the percents and kind of got those answers. X plus y equals the total amount made. 3x plus 18y equals 8 times the 15. Keep in mind, I've got this in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. I could do one that's pure. Pure means 100%. So think of it like that. So like on this one, when I did this, and whoops, not what I meant to do. Let's erase that. So when I did this one, I said, okay, x plus y equals 36. That's the first part. Then I'm saying x plus y equals something times 36. Pure is 100, so that would go here. 10% would go here from the y, and 25 times the 36 would go there. And then you could actually type those in and get that answer. So I kind of like that for the mixture, just to kind of let you know, and there you go. So again, each one of those you should hopefully be able to do. And again, you always remember you can use your assignments and your notes to help you do the problems. All right, so a pen and a pencil costs 30 cents, 2 pencils. Okay, most of y'all were here for me to go over these. If you do a money problem, hopefully they're fairly straightforward, like 6 cotton, 4 orlon, 5 wool. So 6x plus 4y plus 5z equals whatever it equals. And that kind of goes from there. I'll come back to these two, number 3 and number 4, in a second. You can see here, at a pizza shop, 2 small pizzas. So I'm saying pizzas are the x, sodas are the y, z is the salad. Actually, I should be saying cost of, but I was just keeping it simple. So notice, 2x plus y plus z equals 14. 1 small pizza, x. 1 liter soda, y. 3 salads, 3z equals 15. 3 small pizzas, 3x. And a liter soda, y equals 16. Then you can see that the price of the pizza is $5, soda's $1, and salads are $3. And yes, you want to go to that place because it's super cheap. You can kind of see how, like, number 8 is the same type. At a Mexican restaurant, 2 tacos and 1 burrito, 1 enchilada. And I kind of messed up here and I said, like, X was tacos, Y was enchiladas, and Z was burritos. I could have switched that either way. And all I would do is, like, change maybe where these numbers are. Just be careful, like, how you say X, Y, and Z. The order does not really matter. So, but as long as you tell me what order you have them in, then keep that order together as you're setting up the equations. You should be fine. Okay, and then your numbers might be in a different order, but they should still be the right answer. Keep in mind 9 and 10 are very similar to 3 and 4. So since I went over 3 and 4, let me kind of go over 9 and 10, see how they're very similar. It says, during the 2003 and 2004 NBA season, Dirk Nowitzki was of the Dallas Mavericks, made a total of 976 shots and made 1,680 points. His shots consisted of 3-point field goals, 2-point field goals, and 1-point free throws. He made 135 more 2-point field goals than free throws. How many of each type of shot did he make? Okay, so on this, you could say, okay, so let's see here. So X is the 3-point shots, and these are all shots. Okay, keep that in mind. Y is the 2 points, and Z are the free throws, which are 1-point shots. So if I say X plus Y plus Z, that's like my total thing. And he made a total of 976 shots. So this was the X plus Y plus Z. He scored 1,680 points. Now points, notice here, these are all worth something. So I put 3X plus 2Y plus Z, 1Z, 3 points for each 3-point shot, 2 points for each 2-point shot, and 1 point for each free throw. Gives me 1,680 points. Then it says he made 100. Now, again, I don't like the way that's written. I would have done it differently, but he made 135 more 2-point goals than free throws. Okay, so that means the Y, he made 135 more 2-point shots than free throws, and you can kind of see how that works from there. Notice that on this one, you'd have to move the Z over, and you would say something like 0x plus 1y minus 1z equals 135. And number 10 does the same thing. In 2004, Seattle's Lauren Jackson was ranked first in the NBA for total points and points per game. She scored 630 points, making 360 shots, including 3-point field goals, 2-point field goals, and 1-point free throws, so on and so forth. Same idea. Notice shots are together in one equation. Points are together in another equation. And then that third one, 26 more 2 points. That's the Y. Y is equal to 26 plus Z, which is free throws. Plug them in, solve them, and you got it from there. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I've already gone kind of a long time anyway. But if you do have more questions, try to ask before class or before I give you the quiz, and we'll go from there. Expect 6 problems. I would set them up first, answer them second. And that's it for now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you so much. Y'all take care.